But I just want to say that that's what I said. I'm not taking it back. And if this comes up later in life and I'm going to say, yeah, like the great Nene Leak said, I said what I said. And I don't feel any shame or guilt about that. It ain't like we ever going to be friends.
Right. Who is going to be friends with anyway?
Well, right. I'm like, we don't consume the same things. Actually, we do. But I don't do it for trend.
No, we don't do that. But the switching topics. I mean, I know that was a serious topic, y'all, but this one is somewhat serious to some 80s and 90s kid like me. I don't like seeing Dipset fighting like this in public, man. And I'm a hip hop dude, and Dipset arguably may be. I know some people but at one point, I would say between the years of 2004 to 2012, Dipset was the most popular rap crew in the world.
Yeah,
they influenced style. They was influenced what people was talking.
Listen, I never listened to a Dipset album in my life.
You said what?
Never listened to a Dipset album, Jim Jones album. No, listen. When I did that Red Bull show and Smino was my partner, and it was like Guess the Rapper, and he was rapping, nigga, I thought he was rapping like, I was like, is this ludicrous?
But now I'm gonna play a couple of videos. So Jim Jones, the Dipset has been on and off beef, and I understand their beef because it's just some brothers fighting. But I don't like seeing it played out in public.
Okay.
So
I respect that.
Yeah. So I gotta take everybody back a little bit. We're gonna go back to 2006. Camron and 50 Cent were beefing. Camron did a song called "The Funeral," and on the song "The Funeral," he says, "I'm gonna reset up Dipset and make Jim Jones the capo and demote you to soldier." And I'm gonna move all these different people out of Dipset and move him down. That was the big beef with it. He said that in the song.
Okay.
Then he brings out Jim Jones at a concert a few months later.
50 Cent does.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think maybe Jules Santana too. A couple of Dipset members ended up while they're in the beef.
I met Jim Jones. I forgot about that.
Yeah, here in St. Louis.
Yeah, I gotta show you.
He used to be in St. Louis a lot.
Jim Jones always sound like he about to cry. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so then because of that, then Dipset falls apart. They break up. They broke up for, let's say, so when did "We Fly High" come out from Jim Jones? "We Fly High."
Did he live out here?
You know what that beef actually might be later than that. I might be tripping. "We Fly High." "We Fly High" came out in 06. So okay, so I am about right. Yeah, so I am right. That beef with 50 is 06, 07 with 50 and Camron is
okay.
So and then he brings Jim Jones out. Dipset falls off. Dipset constantly in and out of turmoil, back and forth, kind of not fucking with each other, kind of not. But then Camron and Mace don't fuck with each other. Now they do. The Harlem dudes are always into some shit with each other. It's just what it is.
But clearly him and Mace made up because y'all got a podcast.
That's why I know that him and Jim can make up, I feel, at some point.
Okay.
But, so Jim Jones and they get back together a little bit before Versus. Versus, they all come back together. One of the first times they performed together in a long time when they lost to the Lox, where the Lox destroyed them. And showed them more brotherhood because the Lox, and you ain't never heard of Lox beefing in public, and they constantly tour together. That's a whole nother story. But so Camron has 50 Cent on his show. Fast forward to a week or two ago. He has Camron has 50 Cent on. He's like Camron is a slick talking, funny dude. He's like, damn man, how did you get my boys to come to that concert and everything back in such and such? You got Jim there, you got Jules, you got all my boys up there. That was a smart move on your part, blah, blah. They both laughing about it. Jim Jones takes umbrage to it, gets upset. starts going off on them and talking about they slick talking bullshit. You know, the Harlem talk, slick
But
talk.
Okay.
Right.
Clearly you emotional because Chrissy got tired of your shit and left your black ass.
I don't even know anything about that.
Okay. See, now I know that side of stuff because I love hip hop, but
so what happened with and Chrissy's his girlfriend, right? Or fiance, like forever fiance, right?
She not with that nigga no more.
Hold on, that's his forever fiance. What are you talking about?
She was like, I'm about to be there. She left.
Oh wow.
She left him. Because that was the thing. It was like supposed to be like some rumor that he had got married.
Oh, I see you digging deep.
But anyway, continue. Continue.
So Jim Jones gets upset. Now there's a firestorm and stuff back and forth. So now, because Jim Jones has a new song called "Up in Harlem,"
he has a new song.
Jim Jones does it. It's pretty popular. It's called "Up in Harlem." It's actually it's a cool, decent song. But I'm gonna talk about something with all these niggas in a minute that I'm having issues with overall. But so then Camron comes out and because Jim Jones is wilding mad at everything. So 50 Cent's an asshole. So he started putting out all that paperwork stuff from because Jim Jones is also a blood too. It's weird, Dom. He's a blood too, and he was involved with. He was caught on wiretaps with the 6ix9ine shit. He was fucking with those bloods that were fucking with 6ix9ine.
That's a boy?
Huh?
The little boy, the weirdo?
Yeah, but remember the bloods he was running with?
No.
So he had that's how he was
doing. I didn't really know. I just knew that.
The reason he was able to talk all that shit and run around.
He got like some weird RICO charge, and I was like,
yes, what? Because he rattled on all those gang members. The dudes so he was able to talk all that shit, run around everywhere, do all that shit because he had all these bloods that was protecting him, basically.
That little white or Mexican boy.
Yes, and his main one is Shoddy. And you gotta go. You need to go watch the documentary on Hulu. It's a documentary. No, on 6ix9ine that talks about Shoddy and all those people. But I knew about this stuff.
Wait. I think we're talking about two different people.
No, 6ix9ine is the Mexican dude. Shoddy is the dude that was his manager.
6ix9ine boy.
Right, he's his manager and the head of the Bloods that was running and making sure he was safe.
Okay.
And that's how he was able to dime them out for the RICO charges, Dom.
Okay.
So all of them in jail. Shoddy, all the cats that was protecting him are in jail because he not dimed them out.
Child, I'm so confused.
But Jim Jones was cool with them. I know it's a weird tangent. I know it's weirdo shit.
I'm like, wait a second. So
then Camron comes out with this response here. Right here, I'm gonna play. Killer Cam says this.
Because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, okay, he tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it, and they went under, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you.
Hold on. Did you see Mace with the popcorn?
Yes.
But I see the pattern now.
Hold on. And they some ignorant Harlem niggas are some ignorant niggas in general. Like just like when he's talking about snapping and going off, they similar to St. Louis, some St. Louis cats like that, where like you may want to fight them. The fact he went to go get a tub of popcorn, that means he went to a movie theater and was like, hey, can I get that tub of popcorn over there? He was like, probably like, hey, it's gonna cost you. Cool. No, here's $10. I need that for my show. Actually, fill it up, and I'm leaving. But let me let him continue.
If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get told you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. Nigga play too much, man. You ever wonder how you met Mano? Ask somebody, man, Mayo gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying dissing the rappers. I don't know, he said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Man said, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys.
Listen, I
You run around with these 25-year-old stories.
Go ahead, Don. Hold on. I want to finish this for people.
hey, that motherfucking coat cold. Cold. Like, I'm like, shit. Like,
that's a dope word, huh?
I hear him talking, but I'm like, damn, that's a motherfucking cold. Okay.
You ever hear me talk about when you ran on me when BMF pulled up? When you ran in the hotel, they chased you to the beach. All them niggas, and lucky, I had my shit on me and my man Jojo, I ain't gonna say his name, Spanish nigga, you know him. The Spanish nigga who don't care about life, who was with me, is like, who all these niggas coming? I said, oh, they come this way. No, and this no disrespect, because Blue's my nigga, Meets my nigga, all that. And Blue Da Vinci just told this story on his platform or whatever platform recently. He got it 89% right. It's a little off, Blue. I'll tell it on Talk with Flea, my perspective of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't be out there pumping. They chased you to the beach, nigga. You was in the sand. You was getting wet from the water, from the ocean. I don't pump that. Oh, man. It's all started.
Yo, hey, first of all, it's funny. Their show is hilariously funny, for the record. That Camron decided to come to the show in a fur coat to go off on his former bandmate or group mate. So you caught up now.
Man, this is a group of people.
So then Jim Jones gets upset. He responds with this, and this is where I want to go with this, Dom, as we finish this discussion on this.
Okay.
After you see this, I'm going to say one statement, and then I'm going to be like this. But this is Jim Jones.
Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones.
Yes, sir.
I want you to know one thing. Jimmy Jones.
Yeah.
What you have to say about it.
You gotta remind them who you are. Remind them who you are. Remind them you were strong.
What do you say, Don?
I know what he's trying to do with the pink in this terrible outfit. Like,
right, because he says, no, that's another key you're missing. He claims he told Cam how to put on pink. So that's why he's wearing pink.
Oh, okay.
So he's trying to prove a point with that. But let me
Remind them.
now.
Play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but niggas is lying on my guard. I done put so much work and I could have died on the job. I really been in kitchens with chickens when they was frying up the hard. I've been in powwows where they scream Lottie. I done walked out my building and I seen bodies. I've been in court, the DA is looking like he's seen God.
Now, I want to just stop this here because I sat here and the part of me before when it was all going on, I was like, man, it kind of felt good, seeing, just people mixing it up. I like my old hip hop legends and mix it up a little bit. And then I saw that and I went, oh no, these niggas ain't evolved. This nigga is over 50 years old looking like that. You see how he looked? Like, come on, man. Let me put this back up for people that if you're listening on the audio, you ain't gonna be able to see this. Look at this nigga. Like, he's over 50. Look at this. Dog, you are over 50 with 16 chains on, like you and
Listen, this is why he never married Chrissy. He is still a child. This speaks to that behavior. I bet if he took them braids off, them parts are fresh, but everything else is fuzzy because he just took a brush or a comb to his head after he got it done.
Yeah, and then I was like, the whole beef in general. They're too damn old for this shit, Dom. That's what I'm saying overall.
Listen,
period. With this whole thing
talking about that coat was fly as fuck. Okay. Dom loves a fur. Y'all, okay, look. Here's the crazy thing. You talk about they're too old to be doing this and that, and that's very well true. But some people just never grow up. They never evolve into what they, who they are supposed to be, right? Like we get that concept of that's why you never fall in love with potential, or you're not supposed to date potential, because sometimes they just never rise to the occasion. And with that said, Jim Jones is
I think potential is only a certain age though, right? After a certain point, you can't date potential. Like if you're 22, damn.
Okay, yeah, you learning the lesson, but when we in our 30s and our late 30s,
right? No, that's it. It's up to a certain. I just wanted to refine.
Yeah.
It's up to only.
When I was a kid, I really wasn't doing that. In my 20s, and I was seeing shit for you know what? Because that's the thing.
What if I got my degree and I'm going to medical school?
Really?
That's still dating potential.
It's one thing, you making plays and you making moves and you making strides. Some people.
You're right. That's two different things. I'm thinking of it differently than what you're saying. Potential, like it's gonna take me a while to get there.
No shade. That's not
okay.
And so sometimes you just take things for what it is, and it's just like
I'm with you. But continue though. Continue with
and we see that with a lot of people, like even some of the stuff that, like, as a person that dates older men, like some of the stuff that I'm like, nigga, you how old? And this is what? And I'm like, well, this really ain't gonna go nowhere, because I thought that I wouldn't be. But sometimes the things that people do, they like that shit. Like a lot of people like drama, they like that chaos, and I'm not a bitch that, I'm not a chick that likes that. I enjoy peace, and if that's boring to you, that's cool. I'm not about to be keying cars, blowing up shits, and for what? Like y'all not finna have me out here digmatizing, whipped over, like no. And when it comes to a chick, like if you got a problem, okay, what's the problem? If you don't want to talk about it, then you got the problem. I don't have a problem. We grow, we supposed to evolve, we're supposed to get better with age, not dumber.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like seeing where Camron is in his career and versus a Jim Jones, and that's not taking anything from Jim Jones based on his behavior. And I know some of that stuff is scripted, and so they have people say and do certain things.
I just don't want them beefing in public, man. Like, yo,
listen, both of them are a mess. You see how long, Camron's doing the same shit that Jim was doing with Chrissy, except Juju was smart and left sooner rather than later. Because all of them niggas was on.
I don't even know about the parts of.
That's how I know these people, y'all. Y'all want to know why I know about their life? I watched Love and Hip Hop, the OG Love and Hip Hop. So here we are. But you see people. I mean, it makes sense. I think their podcast is good. Like you said, it is funny. It's long as fuck. Like, but this makes sense. This is chaos, and hopefully they do get it together. But I more so want to see Jim Jones with a fresh head of braids. Like I've never seen him with fresh braids. And I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
You said a fresh hair braids. Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
That's part of his whole aesthetic now at this point.
It look dusty and dirty, hairline uneven. You ain't that cute, and your looks ain't gonna get you paid.
I mean, he does all right. He does all right. I just don't like. I mean, in Dipset, it wasn't my most favorite crew in the world, but I like to see Dipset do their thing. I like seeing them. I
don't know nothing outside of them radio joints. Like but also that's a lot of stuff. I've been, a
lot of these songs if you heard the song, because some of them. I
thought Smino was rapping Splash Waterfalls.
Damn.
And it was Camron, and I got it right because he said, "Okay, he a rapper with a podcast," and I was like, "Oh, Camron." Run them numbers up on Red Bulls Network so I can come back and answer more rap questions. Anyway, let's move it right along. Next.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, if you like what you see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to hit that button right there. It'll take you to more clips, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. See you back next time.